Is it skinny?
They say life don't really begin till you make amends, reparations for your sins.
Today we here with my man, Brotha J. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Peace, family, peace. My name Jarvis, Brotha J. From Georgia, and just started, just resigned here in Richmond. Been here about a year now. It's getting close to it. So I linked up with some conscious brothers up here, and about to start building a movement that's gonna really do some things.
All right. And we're gonna go through a few questions here today, see what's on the brother mind. First question gonna be, what you think is one thing that how people can learn this year to start the year off that's just gonna hit home and improve their life and their mind?
I think if we, one thing in particular, I think if we start utilizing our dollars better, start investing in our own businesses, and stop indulging in a lot of materialistic things that has no value, because truth be told, we the biggest consumers in this nation, but we only own 1% of the nation's wealth, and that's still current to this day, 2016 we in, so I feel like one of the main things we could do is start utilizing our dollar and start investing in more businesses and self-owned businesses. I think with that, we could definitely start making some progress towards our economics and, moving forward.
Okay, that's a good answer. Next question is, what was a book that you read last year that you would recommend for people to check out this year?
Shoot, man, there's so many books. You can't necessarily pinpoint one, but if I had to choose a book that I have read last year, it would definitely be by Chancellor Williams, Destruction of Black Civilization, because within that book, it gives you a clear detail of what our society was like back at a time where we were rulers and we lived in a government form that we govern ourselves. We had more unity in the family, and we were more in tune with nature. We didn't indulge in no killing and a lot of that warfare and crime and stuff like that. We tried to help our neighbors. When we had people coming in, wanting to live. We showed them how to survive, and irrigation and vegetation, all that different things. We brought a science to this world, mathematics, astrology, anything that you can basically think about. We created this way back 5,000 years before a European or a Greek or even a Asian even came over there. We had created this stuff, and we had a civilization that was very vast. So destruction of black civilization, stolen legacy, most definitely that, because it tells you where Aristotle and Plato and all these other so-called fathers of medicine and philosophy, who were their teachers, and their teachers were the priests and Kemet in what we call today Egypt.
Okay. All right, next question. What's one thing that you cut out your diet last year, and how did it benefit you?
Well, I ain't cut out too much on the diet, as you can see, but I did cut out pork and beef. I decided to do that, and I can honestly tell you that I definitely felt a whole lot better. I had more energy. I lost a good bit of weight, from where I was when I first moved here to Virginia. So I could definitely say that beef and pork, I left that alone, and it was hard at first because I come from an area where, you know, pork and beef is the main thing. You know, steak, pork chops, all that different type stuff. So
The pig, man.
pig is the king, you know.
Well, you from the country, the pig, the best thing in the world,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Ain't nothing on a pig, don't get
Yeah.
eaten. But, you know, I decided to let that go. And, you know, I don't miss it at all. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That or beef. I really don't. You know, I don't have to be around it. And tell you the truth, I really don't like to be around it because of the smell. There's something about that smell. It really does something to my stomach.
You don't miss that smell of that
And I
fried
don't have a
bologna
weak
sandwich,
stomach,
man.
But I don't miss no bologna. I never really liked fried bologna. That was my one thing that I miss. If anything, it's probably some ribs. You know, we love ribs back in Georgia, so that is some pork chops or some neck bones. But,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
The chops, man.
I could have dealt without the bologna. You know?
Chops is crucial,
You know, we had to eat
You
bologna
cussing
at
right
one
now.
time. We had to eat the chitlins. We had to suck on the pig feet.
That's one thing I ain't ever liked with chitlins, man. That's the one part of the pork I couldn't do.
Nah, man,
I couldn't do no chitlins.
Even when I ate pork, I didn't like eating I didn't never eat no chitlins or none of that.
I used to eat the pig feet when I was little. Until I realized there wasn't no meat on the bone. It was just the vinegar.
No pig lips, you know, none of that type stuff like that. You know, we not for me. You know, I kept it. You know, I'm from the country, but I still, you know, certain things I just didn't eat because I just like I wasn't gonna eat no feet.
Yeah.
No intestines with no boo boo at. I don't see how you get a kick out of eat some stuff with some boo that's set
You
down.
just don't think about where it's from, man.
And if you ever if you ever been around a pig or been on a farm, you see their lifestyle and how they live. That's really something you wouldn't want to eat. Chicken too now.
Yeah, they eat everything. They just sweat.
Chickens eat each other, you know. And pigs eat their babies, you know. The mother sow eat her children. So just remember, you know, psychologically, this is the stuff that you ingesting. So you're gonna carry some of these characteristics. I ain't saying you're gonna go eat your children, but you know, you might not be the same person if you stop eating. You might think a little differently because what you put in definitely makes a difference of how you are and how you live. You know, working at the hospital, you see what eating the wrong thing will result into, you know, how it can, you know, hinder your lungs, your liver, your blood, your heart, you know, all those different things. So, going to your next question, sir.
No doubt. Next question. What you planning on taking out your life this year as far as maybe your diet or some negative? What you plan on taking out this year to benefit you go to that next step?
I think it's a series of things. You know, it's not one particular thing that I can pinpoint. You know, I think when you come to a point where you trying to change and become a new person, you know, have a new thought process, you know, you got to change everything. You know, you got to change the way you eat. You got to change the way you live. You got to change what you watch, what you put inside you. You know, the atmosphere, your circle. You know, you got to change all that stuff. You got to change your thought process from, you know, things that you used to like indulge and try to overcome your lower self and ascend to your higher self. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like, you know, when you're trying to ascend on that level, that's a lot of things that we desire and we lust for. You have to leave that alone, you know, and that's just looking at it on that aspect. So I will try to work on everything, work out even harder than I worked out last year, study even harder than I studied last year, you know, work harder towards building a bond with my brothers and sisters and with my fellow man, you know, trying to do the best I can, be the best person that I could be, you know. And I think if each one of us worked on that within ourselves and try to study and find out who we are, we'll all be a better place, and we wouldn't have all this confusion that be going on now. But, you know, when you always looking on the outside for everything, you know, for even where your spiritual advice come from, when everything need to be inside, you know, I think you'll look at things a lot differently. So, you know, as far as this year, I'll work on everything, not just one particular thing.
Okay, okay. That's just cool right there, man. Brother J, you know,
Yeah, you know.
first illuminated ether video of the year.
Yeah, you know. And hopefully I might have said something that influenced somebody or helped them out, you know. At the same time, you know, you might have something that you can help me out on, you know, because we all here to learn. Don't nobody have all the answers. So, you know. But I am Illuminated Ether. You know, I'm a part of that crew. So, you know, we definitely going to work on some things coming 2016. And we're going to need your support too, you know, to join in and help. You know, because as a unit, we're stronger. So it's time to unite and put aside the egos, put aside all the religious dogmas that we carry, and let's work on us uniting and building each other up and get back to a status where we can, where we can do things on our own and don't have to depend on everyone else to support us. And let's stop making everybody rich and sending their kids off to college. You know, that's why I say we got to learn how to spend our money correctly and how to invest our money, because everybody's capitalizing off of us. And, you know, that statement how they call us crabs, but, you know, what you expect for a crab to do if you take a crab out of its environment. You know, when a crab is not in its environment, it's going to react and act that certain way. So my point of saying is, you know, if you look at the crab analogy and consider us like that, you know, we are our environment and we need to get back in it so we can be able to act and hold ourselves accordingly. One love, peace.